Let's explore the oldest building in South Africa. This is the Castle of Good Hope in Cape Town in South Africa. So this building is actually the oldest building in South Africa. It's 358 years old. So this place was a slave port. It was also an army base, and it was also the seat of the government. So let's go explore together. It looks like a boardroom. Look at this big table. This castle has different art galleries. This is now a house, a full house. I don't really know the history of this place, so I'm also learning. Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I want to visit the Castle of Good Hope in Cape Town, South Africa. So I'm in the Cape Town CBD, and this is the Grand Parade. So this place is called the Grand Parade, and the Castle of Good Hope is just opposite. The Castle of Good Hope is just opposite. It's right that side. So let's go explore it. If you're going to enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. Feel free to comment, share the video with your friends and family. If you're new here, my name is Megs. On this channel, I just share my life in Cape Town and my adventures. I hope you enjoy the video. So the Castle of Good Hope here in Cape Town, South Africa is the oldest building in South Africa. It's 358 years old. And so this building was the army's base. It was also a slave port. It was also the seat of the government. So let's go explore it together. So I'm not so sure if they allow walk-ins because you need a ticket to go inside. So this is the parking lot. Let's go find out. So just opposite, you can see the Table Mountain. This is a nice view of the Table Mountain and also this CBD. Let's go in. So this is how it looks from the outside. And this is the gate. So when you go in, this is what you see. So it looks like here. I can also see some school kids exploring the place. So this is the Castle of Good Hope in Cape Town in South Africa. So this building is actually the oldest building in South Africa. It's 358 years old. So this place was a slave port. It was also an army base, and it was also the seat of the government. So let's go explore together. Hello, I want to explore. Is this where I pay? Yes. Okay.
Any student cards?
No.
50 rand.
50 rand. Okay. Thank you.
Enjoy.
Thank you so much. Oh, that's it. Okay. Okay. Hi. Oh.
For you, if you enjoy it.
Oh, I thought you were supposed to look at my tickets. No, it's fine. I'm good. Alone. Yes. Yeah. Okay, guys. So to enter this place, you need to pay a ticket. So I paid 50 rand. This is the ticket. So from here, this is what you see. Apparently this place is also a museum. It is a museum because it has a lot of history. So I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to start. So let's just go with the flow. If you're going to enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. Feel free to comment, share the video with your friends and family. And if you're new here, kindly subscribe to the channel. So right here, I see this. It says influential historical figures of South Africa. This one. So these were the brave warriors, a hellet small group of brave warriors fighting invading European colonies. The first Khoi Dutch War. So let's go in here. So it's very dark in here. I'm not so sure if it's going to be all clear, but let's try. So guys, I don't really know the history of this place, so I'm also learning. Also, this place is very quiet. So this is a collection of William Fair right here. This is the information from 1892 to 1968. This is his collection right here. So let's keep on moving. In search of new trade routes between Europe and Asia, European nations like the Portuguese, British, and Dutch rounded the Cape of Good Hope from the 15th century onwards. The settlement of Dutch and later British colonists led to the conflicts and acts of dispossession, which impacted negatively on indigenous societies in Southern Africa. This room played a powerful role during Dutch colonial or VOC rule, when the Council of Policy and Council of Justice held their meetings here, issuing laws and regulations which affected everyone living at the Cape and beyond. That's what it says about this room. Yeah, meetings were held in here. I think this should be the boardroom. It looks like a boardroom. Look at this big table. It's really nice. This castle looks really nice inside. This little small tunnel here. Let's go upstairs. It's really nice here. Wow. Okay. Look how cool this place is. Beautiful. So I was down there and now we're here.
Different than all the rest. I'm quite old-fashioned where I had sometimes played chess. And when I'm out, I'm looking for that vintage fling. But all complexions that I adore, so hard to find.
It's a long table.
To score, so I dream on to someday find that vintage love. I
members of the government would come in this place. Look how huge it is.
And forevermore, I like to share that vintage dream.
So this should be probably the dining area for the members of parliament, or where the meetings are done. Look how huge this is.
And I kept on looking, but everyone's such a bore. Out of a sudden,
So guys, I'm now in this long room. So probably this room was a dining area for the members of parliament, or that was the main meeting area here. But I still need to find out. Let's see what this board says right here.
we're living in that vintage dream.
During colonial times, this room was divided into a number of apartments used by officials with the government house, the council chambers, and the church being situated in the rooms below. Lady Anne's name is associated with the banqueting hall because she became a well-known figure in Cape colonial society. Named after the Anne Band Lindsay, this room of generous proportions was created in 1930s and furnished with series of tables and about 100 chairs of the most informal dinners and banquets. Okay, so this room was for dinners. This room was for hosting dinners. So this is actually a dining room. Let's move on. Very, very quiet in here. Very, very quiet. So these chains here were used to restrain prisoners or runaway slaves. We are out. Let's go see somewhere else. So this is the outside grounds. I don't know what this place is, but there's some information here. So it says Adam Koch was born in year 1710. His parents both died during the outbreak of smallpox in 1713. So this was a kitchen apparently. This was a kitchen. Let's see what the Cape Heritage Museum has. Art in here. So apparently slaves' weddings, they would wear this. It's restricted, prohibited the enslaved from having wedding celebrations in the fashion of their lands of origin. The nikah was likely performed in the houses of Muslim free blacks or langers. So they were wearing this. So we're out. We're now out. So let's go explore this place now. There's pretty nothing to see. These are toilets. So here it says it's a garden, captain's garden and house. Captain's garden and house, that's what. Hello, hi. So this is the coin institute. This castle has different art galleries, so it's actually a museum with different art galleries. In here it says it is with great honor and privilege to celebrate indigenous voices who with great honesty and artistic integrity have embarked on advancing the preservation of the indigenous heritage through the arts. So this is all about indigenous heritage through arts. The one that I've just been at, the previous one was about the Cape Malay, the Cape people, and this is now another indigenous heritage arts. So that art gallery was about the first people of the Cape. The first people. Hi. And there are these grounds again. Now this says welcome to the SA Army Support Formation. This one here. So there are some people in there and it's quite dark, so I just want to wait for them to finish so that I can enter, because it's quite a small room. So we have this. Wow, it goes up here. And we have a nice, beautiful view of the Table Mountain. Wow. And the city of Cape Town. From here up here you actually see the beautiful mountain, the Table Mountain. You can see the Lion's Head, and you can see the Signal Hill and parts of the Cape Town CBD right there. It's a perfect view to see all this right here. Okay, let's keep on exploring. So apparently this is a rooftop, and from this side you see that. Then we step here. So you see the road from this side. Let's keep on moving. So that was the torture room. So in the torture room, that's where slaves were punished. Some which the heads were actually chopped in that room, and some were imprisoned for years or even months in that small dungeon. And there's this museum. Now this is another museum. I also want to learn what this museum is all about. is a tributary for indigenous Africans, African Asian slaves, free black slaves, maroon dosters maroons, non-conformist Europeans, exiles, refugees convicted, indentured laborers. Okay, let's move on. So this museum that I'm about to enter, it says the Third World in World War II. So this is the history of the Third World in World War II. All of this. So these women were abducted and abused in Japanese military brothels. These ones. All these women right here. Abducted at the age of 17 and sexually abused in a military brothel in Taiwan in 1940. Where her ordeal only ended 5 years later after the war ended. Very young, and they were all very young. Kidnapped age 13 by a Japanese policeman in 1940 and taken to a military brothel in Shenyang in China. So I guess all these ladies here, they look old here. They were telling their stories when they were younger. The abuse and abduction during the World War II. let's move on. I was seeing, I think this museum now, it's about clay pots, because here sees symbolism and ritual. In Africa, pots provided a model to think about the human body, social relationships, and procreation. The process of producing the fire at earthenware is symbolical, akin to giving birth. Okay. Okay, let's keep on moving. So for a long time this was called a dark hall because it was wrongly identified as the original castle dungeon of the 17th century. So this one mistakenly called a dungeon. Oh, and there's this place here. Dolphin pool. Let's visit the military museum.
Stay in the walls of the fort. We have where the four statues are standing right now. So the building behind.
Now this is the military museum. Wow, this painting looks so real. Looks like you are going into a gate and going in onto the sea. Looks like you are moving out, going outside into the sea. So this is now a house, a full house. In the quarters of this castle. So this is it, guys. So I hope you've enjoyed the tour of this Castle of Good Hope here in Cape Town, South Africa. I also learned a lot of stuff that I didn't know about this castle. It's in the Cape Town CBD. It's actually in the Cape Town CBD. It's a place that you can find inside the Cape Town city center. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Feel free to comment, share the video with your friends and family, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.